What if I told you the most boring strategy can make traders an average of $1,000 per day? That's no joke. It's so simple that it almost feels like cheating sometimes, especially when you compare it to other processes. Stick around because I'm going to walk you through the whole thing right now. So let's move over to my chart here and let's look at Delta Airlines. Airlines have been all of the rage right now. Why? Because stock prices are swinging up and down. You can see here, if we just look back to February, we have gone from, on Delta specifically, $75 to $55 to $75 again, to $65 to $75, and now we're back at 70. So what does that tell you? Well, from one perspective, it is volatile as can be. From my perspective, I say there is a lot of opportunity to make money here pretty easily. So let's walk through what's happening right now. Let's go through a trade that's happened in the past, and then let's talk about what's actually happening right now. So if we look at this and we just define what a swing trade is first. A swing trade is a trade that you're getting into for 1 to 5 days. Now, can you get into this for 10 days? Of course you can. Is it sometimes gonna be 3, 7? Yeah, but on average, if I look back at the year, 2 years, whatever, it's probably gonna be somewhere in that 1 to 5 range, meaning that you'll get in on a Monday, you'll exit on a Thursday, Friday, what have you. And that differs from a long-term trade, which you're in for something like 2 weeks to could be over a year, or a day trade, which you're entering and exiting in the exact same day. You're not sitting in that stock overnight. So before we look back at a trade, let's talk about the chart that you're seeing here, because if you're looking at this for the first time, this might be overwhelming for you. It's really not. There's not a lot of indicators sitting on this chart. Let's just name them real quick. This is my trend down here. This is my volume. These are my candlesticks, and these are my moving averages. That's all that's on my chart. It's very, very simple. So it looks like a lot, but once you understand it, just like anything in life, you're gonna see it's really not that complicated. My whole theory behind everything is keep it simple, stupid. So let's go through these one by one. This down here is our trend, or you're gonna hear the word stochastic. That's the name of the indicator. You have two lines, your %K and your %D. If you're interested in knowing the algorithms behind there, go to Investopedia, search %K, search %D. You're gonna see what they are. For me, I really don't care. Like I said, keep it simple. Does it work? Yes, it works for me. Therefore, I'm just gonna trust my red and yellow lines. The idea behind this is it tells you what the daily trend is, what the trend, where the volume is coming in, what direction the stock is going. Are people buying the stock? Are people selling the stock? It gives me the overall trend on a day-to-day basis. So when I'm going long on a stock, I want my red line to be on top of my yellow, moving in the upward direction. The exact opposite going down. Red line below yellow, going down the trend line, right? Now you see these two horizontals. These are the area between these right in here. That's called my sweet spot. Remember what trading is. It's not exact. Anybody that tells you you're gonna make money every single trade, they're lying to you. It's not possible. Trading is about probabilities. You're trying to give yourself the highest probability to make money. That's what this sweet spot area tells you. This is your 80% line on top, 32% line on bottom. This is the area where you have the highest probability to make money. So I am entering trades. That's why I'm showing you Delta right now. When your red line and your yellow line are starting to come through that sweet spot area, you're giving yourself the highest chance to make money. That's what we're seeing with Delta right now. We're also going to go back and see, could you have made money right here? Because not every time trends are in the sweet spot, you can make money. Trends fluctuate all the time. You can see here, they're always moving up and down. Doesn't mean that you just buy and sell based on trend alone. The next thing that we look for, volume. This is how many shares are being bought or sold in a given day. Each one of these bars is one day. This was the 11th, this was the 8th, this was the 7th, this was the 6th, so on and so forth. And you might be saying, okay, well, why are some red, why are some green? Because some days there's more selling volume, meaning that it's red for that day. Some days there's more buying volume. And depending on the direction you want to go in, long or short, do you want to make money on the way down? Do you want to make money on the way up? You have to have the trend going in your respective favor. You have to have the volume going in your respective favor. Now you also see this yellow line on top. This is our average volume. This is the average volume over the last 30 days. You could change it to 20 days, you could change it to 100, doesn't matter. I like it at 30 days. Just gives me the average volume over the last 1 month of trading. Then we move up to the candlesticks. There's all different kinds of candlesticks. I have multiple videos talking about candlesticks, just designated to candlesticks, and you can learn from them. There's many different types. The one we're focused on is actually the one we got yesterday, a big engulfing candlestick. It's a thick, full-bodied candle that takes out the low price of the previous day. These are the types of candles that you want to buy on, or you want to sell short on. So let's put those three things together. Let's put together trend, volume, and candle. Yesterday was a great opportunity for Delta Airlines. Why? Well, your trend was in the sweet spot. Red was below yellow. You were below 80%. You were in the sweet spot. You were actually high in the sweet spot, meaning that you have all this room to run to get down to 32%. That's great. We have a check mark there. Volume. Do you have the best volume in the world? No, but you had multiple days of selling volume. You've had a ton of days of selling volume in the past probably 3 weeks. The volume for me, was it perfect? No, it was okay. It was good enough. And why was it good enough? Because my trend was good. So you're using all of these three things in tandem. You're using the trend to kind of dictate, okay, what is good enough volume? Now, if my volume was down here, no, that's not good enough. But I had more than 50% volume. I had pretty consistent volume with the previous 2 days, meaning that there were about the same numbers of buyers and sellers participating in the stock. And then I had this great engulfing candle. There's virtually no wicks on here. Wicks mean that prices will retract from their highs or their lows. You don't have that yesterday. This was a great entry. Now you may be saying, okay, well, now that you're in it, like, how do you make money? Where do you sell the stock, or where do you buy it back? And that's a great question. But before we get into that, I have been doing this for 22 years. I started when I was 14 years old trading, and it has been very rewarding to this point. But it really comes down to simplifying the charts. I have tried every indicator there is out there. I've seen what works. I've seen what doesn't work. And I really, when I break it all down, as long as you have these three indicators, you're going to do very well if you repeat the process over and over. Am I going to say that you're going to go out there and make 100, 200, 300% of your money that people claim? No, I'm not. But you're going to get very solid returns over a long period of time. That is the goal. And with that, I want to remind people, trading, it's hard when you first start. It's emotional. There's money involved. There's a lot of, you're learning a new language. It is very difficult. I'm not saying that you're going to just jump in and you're just going to start making a ton of money. You need to practice. It is difficult. It is challenging. You are going to lose no matter who you are. I still lose. If anybody out there, like I said earlier in the video, tells you that you're not going to lose, run the other direction. The idea, however, with what we teach is mitigate those losses. Capitalize on those gains. Let the runners run, but mitigate those losses. You're going to be able to identify based on where the volume is, based on where the trend is, based on what the candles are doing, based on different resistance points that you're finding. These are going to be the triggers that are going to say, oh, I need to exit this trade. This is what's going to save me money. The idea is to mitigate those losses. Now let's get into how to exit this trade. All right, we're in it. We entered it yesterday. We're sitting in it. Everything is looking really good here. Remember, we want to run this down through the sweet spot. We want to make sure that we're getting good volume coming in, and we want to make sure that we're coming down to somewhere where we could say, all right, this is probably where the exit point is going to be. And that's what leads me to these 4 lines. These 4 lines are your major moving averages. The purple line is your 25-day moving average. The yellow is your 50-day moving average. The turquoise is your 100-day moving average. And the white is your 200-day moving average. These are exactly what they sound like. They're the average price over that number of days. So the average price over the last 25 days is your purple line. The average price over the last 200 days is 63.67. That's your 200-day moving average. Now, what are these? They play a role in telling you where support is, where resistance is. So I'm looking at this saying, okay, I entered yesterday. Nice entry, great. Today, we're not getting that great of a candle, but there's no reason to exit. Why? Because my trend is still good. I'm getting selling volume. It's not a lot of selling volume, but I'm just going to let this run. Why am I letting this run? Because I do believe that this is going to fall and run into 69.69, which is your 25-day moving average. That's where I'm planning my exit. Now, does it mean that that's going to be my exit? 100% that's my, no, it doesn't. But I always like to have a general idea of, okay, once I get in the trade, what am I looking for here? There's a very good possibility that this gets to 69.69 and goes right through it. and it comes down here to the 100-day moving average, 68.20. We might just get a ton of selling volume in here. Something might happen. Something might happen in the Middle East and gas prices spike up. When gas prices spike up or oil prices spike up, what happens? Airlines have to pay more money for fuel. What happens to the stock price? Typically it comes down. Delta Airlines, airline stock, that could easily send this down to the 100-day moving average. So I know that I'm not saying that you know where your exit points are. They're not predisposed, but we always want to have a general idea. We want to have a plan. That's what's going to make you successful in this game. Let's go to another stock. Let's look at another trade. Let's look at a United Airlines. So United Airlines is very similar. It's a very similar chart, but the moving averages are kind of all over the stock price right now. But if we look at this, we say, okay, we're moving through the sweet spot nicely. Check. Do we have volume? Yeah, we have okay volume. Did we get a nice engulfing candlestick yesterday? Yes. Did we get it today? No. And we're right on top of that 25-day moving average. This is not something that I'm looking to enter right now. Could I have entered it yesterday if I saw it? Yes, absolutely I could have, but I chose Delta instead. I'm typically not going to jump into two of the exact same sector stocks. I might as well just double down on Delta because you can see this chart almost looks identical. It runs exactly the same with Delta. All airlines kind of run together. There's an option that you can go out and trade Jets, which is the ETF of all the airlines. Probably looks similar. Let's see. And it does. There was your engulfing candlestick yesterday. You're actually getting a nice engulfing candlestick today. You're not getting the volume you need though. This is yesterday's volume bar. Today, you're not getting it. So what does that mean? You are coming through the 25 and the 200-day moving average, but odds are this is going to get sucked right back up and close the day at those support levels. Support levels also always love to pull stocks towards them, whether they're above them or below them. So you may be asking the question, okay, what would it take for me to make $1,000 per day? And I'm not saying that that's an easy thing to do. And I'm not saying it's something that you can do if you have $100, even $10,000. Making 10% per day is very tough. When I was making $1,000 a day and I was day trading, I was not doing this swing trading, but it took me, I was trading with at least $100,000. My goal was to make 1% per day. And you might be saying 1% per day, that doesn't sound like a lot. But when you take 1% and do that for 250 trading days a year or whatever the number is, that's a lot of percentage points that you're going to make. When it comes to swing trading, how are you going to make $1,000 a day? There's a very good chance that you could make $1,000 per week if you're swing trading. What, 10% per week? That doesn't sound absolutely absurd, especially in volatile markets like we have right now. That's the beauty of this. You can tailor this however you want to, but when it comes down to it, do not chase dollar amounts, chase percentages. Over a long period of time, remember, you're learning a skill. I'm not saying go and do this and you're going to make $1,000 per day. I want you to learn a skill that you can use now and that you can go and use for 20 some odd years. That's the idea behind this. If you do that over and over and over, year after year, you're going to wake up in 20 years and go, wow, that is a very big account. And I was not chasing dollars. All I was doing was trying to make a consistent return every day, every week, every month, every year. So I just showed you these two trades. We trade live 4 times a week inside of our Patreon community. We go live on YouTube just to our Patreon community 4 times a week, and we will make live trades like this. We'll do day trades, we'll do long-term trades. We have participation from other people in our community that are saying, hey, go and look at this stock. Look what this thing's doing today. That's a great way to find stocks if you're saying, well, how do you go out and find stocks? For me, my biggest screener is the Patreon community. So that link is in the description below. Check it out, come in, join us multiple times per week, see if it's for you. Trading might not be for you, but if you found this video, it probably is for you. You're probably looking and saying, there's so much complicated stuff out there. I don't even know where to start. This is a great place to start. There's nothing sexy about this, but it works when you try it over a long period of time. And that simplicity comes down to finding the right trend, finding the right volume, finding and understanding the candlesticks and where support and resistance levels are. If you can understand those things, you will be a good trader. So again, this was just an example of swing trading, 2 examples. I made a full course, every single thing that you need to know when it comes to swing trading, including how to set up your chart exactly to look like mine. It's in this video right here. You need to watch it. I'll see you in the Patreon.